Greetings, gentlemen. I'm your host, Asa Kane. In this episode, we're going to be taking an in-depth look at the fight between former President Donald Trump and current President Joe Biden in regards to the future of cryptocurrency. And the outcome of this upcoming election is going to greatly determine the future of cryptocurrency, not only in our country, but in the West as a whole. All right. Now, in this episode, I'm going to be sharing a few pieces of information that I have uncovered over the last couple of days to kind of help put this puzzle together for most. All right. Now, first, go ahead and hit the bell notification. This video is brought to you by BitFi. BitFi, first of all, is the fastest growing exchange on the planet. Now, when you sign up for your own account using my official link, you're going to earn $2,888 in rewards simply by making deposits and taking and passing quizzes that will enhance your knowledge. All right. Secondly, when you make your very first deposit of just $200, you're going to receive a matching $200 in rewards that you can use to buy even more crypto. All right, so that's over $3,000 in rewards right there. The biggest reason that I use BitFi is because I can purchase tokens and coins that I cannot get on Coinbase or Crypto.com or anywhere else in my country because of regulations. Now, this article, as you can see, is from Bitcoin.com news. And it was just published yesterday, and it says Donald Trump vows to be the crypto president. He pledges to end Biden-Gensler crypto policies within 1 hour. Wow. Former U.S. President and presidential candidate Donald Trump has pledged to become the crypto president if reelected. He vowed to terminate, the anti-crypto policies introduced by Joe Biden and Security and Exchange Commission Chairman Gary Gensler, emphasizing that their policies will grind to a halt within 1 hour of a second Trump administration. I hope so. Trump sees himself as the crypto president. And then on Thursday, he was actually here in San Francisco. Most of you may not know this, but we are based here in San Francisco. I've been here for several years. See here, the event held at billionaire investor David Sachs' home in Pacific Heights, or Pac Heights as we call it. It raised $12 million in one night and was co-hosted by venture capitalist Sharma Pala. Sorry, God, I didn't mean to butcher your name up. I don't have time to do all the hyphenetics. Now let's go down further. Republican National Chairwoman Harmeet Dillon told the news outlet that key figures from the industry, including executives from the NASDAQ-listed crypto exchange Coinbase and Gemini co-founders, the Winklevoss twins, attended the event. Now, I've done a video on those two over a year ago. Amid heightened regulatory scrutiny, the industry has ramped up its efforts to influence U.S. politicians. Now, Trump has been actively courting the crypto sector, recently pledging to stop Joe Biden's crusade to crush crypto. All right, and we're going to get even deeper into that. Here in a second, I'm going to share with all of you a clip with former President Trump, and he's going to be sharing his thoughts. So just hold on 1 second. Here we go. Fair use.
Just wanted to ask you about something very specific for regulation, and that is Bitcoin. And I have in the past, I don't know if you recall, but I said you got to look at this closely, Mr. President. And you know, the current SEC commissioner, Gary Gensler, finally allowed for these spot ETFs, and now we see Bitcoin at almost 72,000. But it's almost as if it's in spite of some of the efforts over regulation of maybe the Biden administration. Do you have any thoughts now on crypto?
Well, it's taken its own life. You know, I do little things sometimes for fun and, you know, make money with it, but I have fun with it too.
You mean NFTs, you bought Bitcoin?
No. No, but it sometimes will let people pay through Bitcoin, or will let people get involved in a new. It's if you think of it, it's an additional form of currency. And I used to say, I want one currency. I want the dollar. I don't want people leaving the dollar. And I feel that way. But I will tell you, it has taken on a life. I did a thing that people smile at, but it was wild. We did 1,000 sneakers, so limited edition sneaker run. The last one, and you could go through, our crazy new currencies, because that's what I call them. They're crazy, whether it's Bitcoin or others. And so many people were buying these things. And ultimately, the last pair of sneakers sold for approximately, I hear, $450,000. It was a limited edition, a run. They were gold. They were, nice, cute. And we thought it was just a very small thing. It was a branding thing, and had a good time with it. The last pair sold for $450,000. People were going crazy for these sneakers. You probably were too. Everybody was. I have every friend I have has called me for a pair of sneakers. So it just took off. And I noticed that so many of them were paid for with this with the new currency. And it is that. It's a new cryptocurrency. And I couldn't believe the amount. And I'm saying, this thing has really, and other things I do, people are using it. And, I would be, I'm very much a traditionalist. I like staying with the dollar. You know that from when I was there. It's make the dollar the choice. I hate when countries go off the dollar. I would not allow countries to go off the dollar, because when we lose that standard, that will be like losing a revolutionary war. That will be a hit to our country, just like losing a war.
You heard former President Trump losing a war. Now, this article is from quartz.com, and it was published Tuesday, and it says the crypto world is mad at Joe Biden, and it's got campaign cash to spend. The industry has at least 85 million to spend on this election cycle. I think it's more than that, easily more. President Joe Biden vetoed a resolution late Friday that passed through both the House and Senate and was widely supported by the cryptocurrency industry. And it's just the latest move from a president who's put himself firmly in the crosshairs of powerful crypto forces who are dumping millions of dollars into ousting Biden in the upcoming 2024 presidential election. Now, the resolution would have repealed the Security and Exchange Commission's Staff Accounting Bulletin 121. Let's go down further. If you don't know what that is, Google it. Biden called the effort to repeal the SEC decision a Republican-led resolution, though there were also Democrats who voted in favor. The president went on to say that the resolution would inappropriately constrain the SEC's ability to set forth appropriate guardrails and address future issues. My administration will not support measures that jeopardize the well-being of consumers and investors. He's full of shit, Biden said in an announcement posted online. I'm an American. I can say that. I don't agree with that at all. I think it's total bullshit. I've watched all of this play out. Biden tells investors, Biden veto tells investors everything you need to know about your friends in crypto. And the ones that don't have any money, they aren't. They aren't. And that's just how San Francisco is. It's just true. I agree. That sentiment, and there's sentiments on Twitter X. We don't need to read those comments. I'm telling you what I know right now. In the middle, the block reportedly, as recently as last week, reported, I should say, that Biden's administration was doing outreach in the industry in what was characterized as a tone shift around crypto. But the Bitcoin bros aren't just focused on the race, the presidential race. Super crypto PACs are also planning to dump millions into U.S. Senate races in at least two states, Ohio and Michigan. That's big. I know the Midwest extremely well, just as much, if not as much as I know about California. And then it's talking about, let me see here. Oh, yeah, the race in California, this particular race, liberal lost to an unknown Republican who supports crypto. He won the top spot in the primary. All right. And I hope to see more of that because I'm telling you, California is a shithole as far as these policies go. I live it every single day. I'm telling you, I live it. I know it. Uh, this election year is going to be the biggest one in our country in generations. President Trump, he also has a couple of coins that are dedicated to him that have been performing extremely well that I also happen to own. If you'd like to find out more about them, I just put out videos on them both in the last couple of weeks. Go through our menu and look. Uh, as you can see here, we currently have 174 videos here on YouTube. All right. The vast majority of which are going in depth into new projects, new assets that 99% of you have never even heard of, let alone have profited from. I've been doing this for almost 3 years now. And I recently launched our Patreon for people that actually want to contribute back into what we do. As a link in the description. Now, in the Patreon, there are 3 brand new videos, 2 of which are about brand new gaming projects, both which have just launched in the last 3 months and are doing exceptionally well. The newest video is also dealing with gaming, online gaming, and earning money to play. There's an airdrop that I'm involved with as an investor that's going to be going on in less than 2 weeks. You can see here by the 20th. And I'm going to be getting some tokens airdropped to me. For those of you that support the Patreon this month, it's just $99. You're going to get your own. You're going to have to be able to get your own tokens airdropped as well. I've got all the details in this video. It's quite detailed. Now, there are 2 tiers. The first one is $99.99 a month. And this first month, so that one video in which I show you how to get your own tokens airdropped, I should say. Excuse me. Just like I'm getting, that more than pays for this first month. So you're basically getting paid to join the Patreon. Now, the top tier, which you see, is $2.99. That's going to be complete here in the next 2 to 3 days. I'm writing out the material right now for which tokens I'm going to be sharing with all of you. Okay, so don't fret. But the $2.99 tier is solely for those of you who are actually serious about investing into yourself. All right, I mean, I've given out too much for free here, so much so that it's permanently changing my attitude, my outlook, my relationship with people. When you have so many people just taking from you and none of them giving anything, it will change you, trust me. And I'm pretty sure, I'm actually certain 99% of you can't even relate to what I'm talking about because none of you are doing what I do. But if this video has been of value to you, you do want to contribute, you can do so by contributing any amount of USDC or USDT stable coins to our address in the description. It helps us to grow. The way it works, I invest into you. Once you earn, you reinvest into the channel. That's the formula. Until next time, get in there and make it happen.